Sehr verehrte Unterstützerinnen und Unterstützer, liebe Freunde und Verbündete. Ich sitze hier heute im 11. Stockwerk des EU-Parlaments, ich begrüße euch ganz herzlich, wo ich neben Niels Fuglsang sitze, der einer der haupttreibenden Köpfe hinter der EU-for-Animals-Kampagne ist. Und wir haben heute die Möglichkeit, kurz mit ihm zu sprechen und die Kampagne genauer zu erläutern. First of all, Niels, thank you very much for having me and giving us the time. So I'm going to start with a really maybe provocative action, playing devil's advocate a little bit, and asking, you're just changing the name of the commissioner, and what does that actually achieve? Because it's just one word that's not going to change anything, or does it?
Well, I think it is going to change a lot. I think if we succeed in having animal welfare in the name of the commissioner, I think it will mean a lot with regards to who has the responsibility for animal welfare. We need a person with the clear responsibility for animal welfare. And I think today we often see that nobody is really taking responsibility for animal welfare. Ministers and commissioners, politicians, they're pointing at each other whenever there is a scandal, and unfortunately there are often scandals when it comes to animal welfare. We see that animals are being mistreated. Nobody takes responsibility. We try to have action, we try to have better legislation, but we need someone to drive this, and that's why I think it's not just a signal, it will also lead to concrete action for animal welfare to have an animal welfare commissioner. So I think it would be a huge step in the right direction.
Yeah, amazing, thank you. And speaking of that, you actually managed to gather a lot of support, and there's now, where we are, there's something special and unique about this campaign. Can you tell us a little bit more about the amount of support you gathered and what made it so special right now?
Well, I think it is actually quite unique that we have such a strong support for this initiative. More than 100 MEPs signed the oral question when we introduced it earlier this spring. And unfortunately, we had a bump on the road because we have, as we all know, the Ukraine crisis, the Russian invasion of Ukraine, which has taken naturally all the attention. And that's why we give it a second try, to give it a second boost now. So we are collecting signatures, and it looks like we are going to get a lot of signatures also in the second round, that so many MEPs are supporting the initiative. And I think it's historical. It's not just me who think it's historical. It is historical in the sense that we have never seen so many MEPs actually signing an initiative such as this. We also have more than 160,000 people, citizens, who have signed the call for an animal welfare commissioner. And we have more than 40 organizations, animal welfare organizations, supporting. So I think it is unique that we have such a broad support. I think it shows that citizens are demanding action, and now the ball is with the politicians here in the European Parliament. We need to respond to the pressure, to the call for an animal welfare commissioner, and that is the mission now.
Yeah, thanks for the explanation. And speaking of that, the second round of collecting signature for the second attempt of the oral question is running right now. That's the reason why I'm here. And what's the next step once we finish that? How the process will look like? Can you explain to the audience a little bit how that's structured and what's going to be the next challenges?
So when we have the signatures here in the second round, and I'm quite sure with your help and other good forces' help, we will have enough signatures. We need the political leaders of the political groups, so the liberals, the socialists, the conservatives, the Greens, different political groups in the European Parliament. The question will then land on their table, and we need them to acknowledge and approve that we will actually have the debate in the plenary of the European Parliament. So we will call in the commissioner, and we will put the question to the commissioner about the need for having an animal welfare commissioner. Then we will debate with the commission, and hopefully if we get to that point, and that's what we work for, we will be able to put enough pressure on the European Commission so that they will change their policy and recognize that it's about time that we have an animal welfare commissioner. And I think that will happen. I hope that it will happen, but I think we have a good chance, because I also believe that the European Commission can see that animal welfare has become an increasingly important topic for many citizens, and if the EU is to be a political institution that actually responds to the calls of the citizens, to the interests of the citizens, and makes itself relevant to the citizens, it needs to prioritize animal welfare. So we have the momentum, we have a good chance of succeeding, and that is what we work for now.
Amazing. Thank you, Niels. That's all for now. Thank you for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for your effort.
Thank you.